what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hello, hi, how are you? If you're new here, hello. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I promise you, you will not regret it. I am the Snatchless here on YouTube, and this week, yesterday I posted my week in my life from 2 weeks ago. I try to post those. I don't do them every week because some weeks I just don't have anything interesting going on, but this week I'll be posting it, and next week I'll be posting a lot of like apartment related things because Mia and some of my friends are moving into an off-campus apartment, so I'm going to kind of talk to you guys about like getting furniture and that sort of thing. But today I'm going to be starting the first video of my college series. Also, I just want to apologize, I took a little hiatus for a bit whenever I launched my business. That just took up a lot of my time, and I didn't have time to film videos, plus with my summer internship and running the newspaper at school as the editor-in-chief, I just had a lot going on, so I'm back at it. If you'd like to see my school newspaper, or you want to check out my Etsy shop, all of that and my social media will be linked down below. But today, we are going to talk about things you actually need for your dorm room. So, when you go to college, there are some things that you 100% are going to need, and I made a list for you of everything I think that you need for your dorm room, so let's get into it. The first thing that you definitely will need for your college dorm revolves around the bathroom, so you want to bring towels and that kind of stuff, of course, but in addition, you should bring a robe, shower shoes, and a shower caddy. So if you're living in like a double occupancy room that has its own bathroom, this may not be as true, but if you're living in any sort of like suite style or like apartment style living, or you have communal bathrooms, it's just a lot easier. My first year I lived in a suite, and I would dry off in the shower with my towel, and then I'd put my robe on, and it was just a lot easier to carry stuff back to your room. Also, if you live in a suite, there's probably like one shelf thing, and there's not going to be enough room for everyone's like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, all of that, shaving gel, whatever you use, your razor, all of that in there. So definitely have a shower caddy. Make sure it's one that will drain out and that it like air dries good. Don't get one of those ones that doesn't have a drainage system. They'll just get moldy and gross. And then shower shoes are a big thing. Make sure you have shower shoes because showers can be absolutely disgusting. My freshman year, I lived in a suite with just one other person, but she like never cleaned her hair out of the shower. So, yeah, I always ended up cleaning the hair out of the shower just because like it bothered me, but shower shoes, because you never know like what gross thing the people that you're living with, or like if you have communal bathrooms like for a whole hall or a whole floor, definitely bring shower shoes. You don't know what anyone's bringing in. So the second thing is like a Keurig or some sort of single serve coffee machine. Now, I know what you're thinking, do I really need this? Okay, so it is finals week. It is freezing cold outside because you live in the northern part of the United States, and it snowed the night before, and you have to study, and then you have a 10 a.m. class. Okay, do you want to get dressed, go out in the cold to go get coffee from one of the places on campus that you can get it from with your meal plan, or do you just want to make it, the same goes with like hot chocolate, hot tea, or do you just want to make it in your dorm room, study for a bit, and then go to your 10 a.m. final? You're going to choose the second option. And also, you will save so much money for, like, my cat is being a crackhead. You will save so much money on coffee if you just have a thing in your room where you can make it. I mean, I'm not telling you don't go get an iced coffee every now and then, like that's fine, like I do that even, but 100% like make sure that you have something in your room, because sometimes like at night too, whenever you're studying, you just want to have like some hot tea, or, you know, maybe you're having friends over for like a Hallmark movie night. Like, this probably won't happen this semester because Corona, but in the future, say maybe you're having friends over and you guys are watching like Christmas Hallmark movies and you guys want to have hot chocolate. Do you really want to have to go and get hot chocolate and then come back and then no? And also, the way our college works is you have to rent a micro fridge if you're going to rent a fridge or a microwave. And like me personally, I already had a fridge. Like, I had a mini fridge that I could take. So like, why would I rent that to have the microwave in my room whenever, like, that's money I could be saving? And then also, like, the common area fridges are usually, the common area microwaves are usually disgusting. So you don't really want to take your mug with hot water and like put it in there to heat it up. So I just recommend bringing some sort of single serve coffee machine if you're anything like me and think about that. The third thing on this list is a good mattress topper, okay? The mattresses at school, there's Hank, hi Hank, they're like this thick. Like, you need something to give you some sort of support. I just even had like those egg crate things, and then I put that on top, and I had like a blanket that I kept like on the bottom that I didn't use, and then I had like my actual blankets that I used on top. So I suggest getting a decent mattress top or something you find comfortable, because your back will thank you. And the next thing I have on this list is a lamp. So lighting in dorm rooms is usually terrible, for one. That's like one reason why you should have a lamp if you're a female or a male that does makeup. Lamp. If you are a person that does makeup, you want to have a lamp, because you need to be able to see things, and like, you're gonna have like one light that's probably gonna be like right there on a wall, and you know, a lot of dorms don't have a lot of natural light, so I bring you the lamp. Also, if you have a roommate and you're studying later and they're like in bed, you don't want to have like the big light on to be disrupting them, or like if they're taking a nap and it's during the day. So just lamp. It's easy. The fifth thing on this list is a fan. So some dorms you have control over, and this also goes like for extra blankets too if it gets cold where you're going to school. So some dorms, specifically like suite style living, there's like one thermostat like out in the common area that like people can use. And then if you're living in like a double occupancy room, a lot of times there's like a thermostat that like is just in that room. But if you're living in a suite or an apartment, you're either going to be too hot or too cold compared to the rest of the people that live there. At least that's what I found. So like, whenever it was time to like have the AC on, my freshman year, the person I lived with, like, she either had it like up so high that I was freezing cold and needed extra blankets, or so low that like I was dying of heat and wanted my fan on. So I suggest bringing extra blankets and a fan, just so like, also the dorm I lived in, I had a huge window in my room, and the room that she was in was like an inside room, so there weren't any windows in it. So I had like drafting from that window, and it made my room colder. So in the winter I was always freezing because we kept the heat on like 70, and my room like got way colder than that because of the air. I ended up hanging a blanket up on the window because it was too much. So the next thing I have on here is, if you aren't renting it from the school, bring a mini fridge. If it's too expensive, honestly I found that it's less expensive to buy a mini fridge for the 4 years that you're going to be at school. Just outright purchase one, and instead of renting one, because then afterwards you can always sell it. Like, that's the great thing. Instead of renting one every single year, that adds up to ending up being more than what you originally paid, and then you can always sell it afterwards to someone who's going to college, and they'll get use out of it, and it'll be a great thing. So bring a mini fridge. Number 7 is a small medicine kit. So I suggest having some sort, or like first aid kit, some sort of band-aids in there, some sort of Neosporin, something for burns, whether it's like aloe or like cortisone cream, some sort of allergy medication, so like Benadryl, and then some sort of pain relief medication. if you're a girl, I suggest bringing both like period pain relief medication and regular pain relief medication, and then some sort of cold and flu medication I would put in there so that you're covered for all circumstances. My freshman year, I did get sick once and I needed the cold and flu medicine, but also like I had a friend who she didn't have a car on campus and she ran out of cold and flu medicine. I was able to just give her some until like I could take her to go get more the next day. So, because I had a car on campus. So like that kind of thing. Also, like you never know and you want to help your friends out. So just kind of like have a small medicine tub. I just put mine in a little plastic tub and then I just kept it under my bed my freshman year. And then number 8, an extra set of sheets. You're gonna want to wash your sheets like once a week or once every 2 weeks. If you don't, that's kind of gross. Sometimes I wouldn't, especially when I was busy, so like shame on me. But you want to have an extra set of sheets just because whenever you do go to wash them, in college you spend so much time in your bed, like you don't even realize how much time you spend in your bed until you go to college, and then you're there and you're like, oh my god. So bring an extra set of sheets because when you take the ones off and wash them, you can just put the fresh ones on and then fold the ones that you wash for the next time that you change them and just keep interchanging that 2 sets of sheets. That's what I would recommend doing. I think that it makes everything a lot simpler instead of like having to wait to like sit on your bed again for your sheets to be done. And then number 9, dish soap and like dishes. So I recommend having like 1 or 2 bowls, maybe like a plastic plate or something. I just brought some paper plates. I never used that many plates in my dorm, so like it didn't matter. And then bring like mugs and make sure you have like dish soap because you don't want to be trying to wash your dishes with hand soap in the bathroom. Also, if you are going to have a bathroom that is your own, make sure you have like hand soap and like a hand like drying towel because most schools don't provide that. If you have a communal bathroom, it's usually provided. At least the soap is. I don't know about towels. I didn't live in a big communal bathroom. And then the last thing is clothing for weather that like, so I go to school in New Jersey. I'm from Pennsylvania. It seems to rain a lot more in New Jersey. I don't know if it's because of the coast or what, but it rains so much in New Jersey. So prepare for the weather wherever you're going. So if you know that it rains a lot wherever you're going, take like 2 or 3 umbrellas. Like keep one in your car, keep one in your dorm, keep one in your backpack. That way you always have an umbrella on you. Make sure that if it's going to snow where you're going, that you take boots with you and a winter jacket, like hat, gloves, those kind of things. If it gets super cold, make sure you have like stuff to be able to layer. And normally I would tell you that if you're a freshman, you get a fall break like we normally do. We aren't this year because of Corona, and they don't want anyone like going home like for extended periods of time. So usually what I would do is I would just take like more summery clothes because it would stay pretty warm until about the beginning of October in New Jersey, and that's when I would start wearing like sweaters and stuff. So I would take all of my like summery clothes and like t-shirts and like that kind of stuff to wear, and then whenever I went home for fall break, I would bring back like my sweaters and like my winter coats and that sort of thing, and I would like switch it out so that I didn't have like a ton of stuff there. But then I would always end up waiting to like, I wouldn't bring all my sweaters home during spring break because it always ended up being cold still, so that was a mess. But yeah, so that's what I recommend doing as far as things that you need to have for college as a freshman in your dorm. If you guys do like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell to get notifications every single time that I upload. I will be posting more videos like this throughout the week, so make sure you stay tuned. Some of them are going to be talking about what I wish I knew as a freshman, what school supplies you need, and then also joining Greek life. So if you would like to see any of that, specifically joining Greek life at a small school, because I do go to a very small university, we're about 6,000 undergrad students at my campus, and Greek life is not like a huge thing, so definitely check out that video if you're going to a smaller university, because I know that usually rushing or like being a potential new member, we don't call it rush, we call it recruitment. We call it recruitment. So yeah, if you're going to be joining an org, just make sure that I will tell you guys what that's like at a small school in that video. But that's it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.